Welcome to our deep dive into the UK recession, a significant period of economic decline. At its core, a recession is a contraction in the gross domestic product, or GDP, for 2 or more consecutive quarters. This means the total value of goods and services produced by a country is shrinking rather than growing. Now, why should we care about this? Well, a recession has ripple effects that can be felt by everyone. In a downturn, businesses often see reduced profits, leading to cutbacks or closures. This results in higher unemployment rates as people lose their jobs. Consumers, worried about job security, tighten their belts and spend less, which in turn hurts businesses further. It's a vicious cycle. Looking back, the UK has weathered several recessions, each leaving its unique imprint on the economy. The 2008 financial crisis, for example, was a particularly brutal one. As we can see, recessions have profound impacts on the economy and the lives of citizens. But what went wrong with the UK's economy? And is there light at the end of this tunnel? Let's find out. Britain, alongside Japan, is experiencing a recession within the group of 7 advanced economies in the world. Official data shows that Britain's GDP contracted by 0.3% in the last quarter, having shrunk by 0.1% between July and September in 2023. Manufacturing, construction, and wholesale were the largest contributors to the decrease in GDP in the fourth quarter. Recession has a negative effect, leading to increased unemployment rates, a decrease in consumer spending, and eventually collapsing the economy. The impact is felt by everyone, from the local grocery store owner to the big businesses in the city. In addition, the political tensions in the UK are at its peak, leading to less productivity and lack of growth. When we look back, the UK has faced several recessions, each leaving its mark on the economy. From the oil crisis in the 70s to the global financial crisis in 2008, each recession impacted both the economy and the livelihood of its people. Recessions, while challenging, are not uncommon and have been a part of the UK's economic history. Now let's delve into the key factors contributing to the UK recession. First off, we cannot overlook the fall of the construction sector. Britain is literally unable to build. New construction of property and infrastructure is a real problem in the country. The construction sector in the UK faces tough times as more than 4,370 firms go bust in just 1 year. The current situation is so bad, mainly because of high costs for materials and labour, the power grid's failure to meet the demand for new connections, and local planning authorities delaying new construction projects for years. To help you understand the severity of this problem, we have a true story to share with you. A UK-based semiconductor startup in the countryside of Cambridgeshire was all set to establish its brand new manufacturing facility. However, the company encountered unforeseen expenses associated with providing enough electricity to the new location. Can you guess the estimated cost? It was a staggering £1 million. Yes, you heard it right. £1 million to provide electricity for one business unit. On top of that, there are delays in actually setting up the infrastructure needed. Such delays are not only impacting what businesses can do, but also how successful they're going to be in the future. Entrepreneurs and investors are super frustrated with the situation. We can keep talking about the UK's construction and infrastructure problems for hours. For now, let's move on to the other reasons why the UK's economy is failing so badly. Also, let us know in the comments if you'd like to hear about this matter in detail. The second reason why things are not working in the UK is because of the productivity puzzle. The UK's productivity levels have lagged behind those of other leading economies. According to the OECD, Britain's productivity levels were around 16% below the average for the rest of the G7 countries in 2019. Interestingly, productivity performance is varied across different sectors of the UK economy. For example, the productivity gap between the UK's most and least productive regions is significant, with areas such as London and the South East outperforming other regions. Several factors have been cited as contributing to Britain's productivity challenges. These include underinvestment in skills and infrastructure, low levels of innovation and technology adoption, inefficiencies in certain industries, and demographic trends. For years now, Britain has had uncertainty surrounding Brexit. The long-drawn-out exit of the UK from the European Union created a cloud of ambiguity that rattled investor confidence. Many businesses held back on investment decisions, waiting for clarity on new trade regulations and potential tariffs. This hesitation stunted economic growth and in turn pushed the economy toward recession. The UK's economy has been showing slow growth rates for the last 2 years, which is why we can't overlook the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. This caused a historic shock to the UK economy. According to a report from the UK's Office for National Statistics between April and June 2020, the height of the first national lockdown, GDP fell by a record 19.4% before rebounding 17.6% as the country reopened over the summer. The lockdown measures, while necessary for public safety, disrupted trade and forced many businesses to close their doors, some temporarily, others permanently. The fallout from this has been substantial, leading to a sharp contraction in the country's GDP. Lastly, the reason why the UK is facing a recession is because of the decline in consumer spending. With job losses mounting and economic uncertainty looming, consumers tightened their purse strings. This drop in spending hit the retail and hospitality sectors particularly hard, further amplifying the economic downturn. All these factors put together have each played a part in triggering the UK's recession, but it's their combined effect, a sort of economic domino effect, that has truly deepened the crisis. The government has taken several measures to mitigate the effects of the recession. A key tool in their arsenal has been fiscal measures, essentially the government's approach to spending and taxation. They've increased public spending to stimulate economic activity and provided tax relief to businesses, aiming to keep them afloat during these tough times. Monetary policies have also played a significant role. The Bank of England, for instance, is planning to reduce interest rates, making it cheaper for businesses and individuals to borrow money. This encourages spending and investment, helping to revive the economy. One of the most well-known government initiatives has been the furlough scheme. This has provided temporary financial support to employees unable to work due to the pandemic, helping to prevent widespread job losses. Business grants have also been made available to help struggling enterprises. While these measures have not completely negated the effects of the recession, they have undoubtedly cushioned the blow for many. The government's response has been crucial in managing the impacts of the recession. What does the future hold for the UK's economy, you ask? Well, this is a question that economists and policymakers grapple with daily. On Wednesday, data revealed that inflation remained steady at a lower than anticipated rate of 4.0% in January. This sparked discussions among investors about the possibility of a rate cut as early as June. However, robust wage growth reported on Tuesday highlighted the reasons behind the Bank of England's cautious approach. The British Finance Minister Jeremy Hunt voiced optimism that the central bank could initiate a reduction in borrowing costs by early summer. Meanwhile, investors were gauging a likelihood of around 68% for the Bank of England to execute its first rate cut during the June meeting. In addition, then-Chancellor Rishi Sunak's furlough scheme provided support for small businesses and workers. Unlike many European countries, the UK did not have a furlough scheme which was implemented from scratch to curb the effects of the pandemic. The scheme, which paid up to 80% of the wages of around 9.5 million people, cost £41.4 billion to the UK government. Additionally, with good trade agreements and regulations in place, businesses could regain the confidence to invest and expand. However, the question remains, how effective have these measures been? While the government's efforts can bring positive results, the long-term challenges require more than just that. A much-needed boost to the UK's economic growth is crucial at all costs. The UK economy faces several long-term challenges. Productivity growth, for instance, has been sluggish for years. It's a conundrum that needs addressing for the economy to truly thrive. Another issue is trade relations, particularly with the EU. Striking a balance that benefits the UK, while maintaining good relations with its largest trading partner, is a tightrope walk. The path to recovery is laden with both opportunities and pitfalls. It requires careful navigation and strategic government planning. But with resilience and adaptability, the UK economy can indeed bounce back from the recession. While the future has its challenges, it also holds potential for recovery and growth. Looking ahead, several factors will shape the future of the UK economy. The prospects for economic recovery are gradually improving, with forecasts predicting a slow yet steady return to pre-recession levels. The British Finance Minister Jeremy Hunt also said there were signs the British economy is turning a corner, and we must stick to the plan, cutting taxes on work and business to build a stronger economy. His optimism stems from the government's concerted efforts to keep businesses and investors afloat, protect jobs, improve infrastructure, and boost investments. The resolution of Brexit uncertainties is another significant factor that could influence the future of the UK economy. While it could present opportunities for the UK to forge new trade relationships and diversify its economy, it could also pose challenges, particularly in maintaining the quality of goods and its competitive edge in the global market. In addition to these, improving productivity growth is crucial if at all the Great Britain wants to be great again. These challenges require a strategic and forward-thinking approach, and their successful resolution will be crucial for the future health and resilience of the UK economy. The path to recovery is indeed challenging, but with strategic planning and execution, Britain seems to go through these turbulent times. We encourage you to share your thoughts on the UK recession and its implications. What do you think were the main factors driving the recession? How effective do you believe the government's response has been? And what are your predictions for the UK's economic future? Your insights and perspectives are valuable in enriching this discussion. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates on economic trends and developments. Staying informed is the first step towards understanding and navigating the economic landscape, and we're here to help you on that journey. Thank you for joining us in this discussion, and we look forward to engaging with you in future explorations of the economy. Until next time, take care.